back. This is obviously the first time. We didn't have any technical issues. We just got right back right here. So yeah, let's get back into the game. So you guys just landed the ship. You're trying to sell it off to some gnome. You guys did a few things and whatnot. Eric, you want to try and cast an illusion on the engine to see if you could maybe make them think it was still functioning, right?
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last thing we're doing is Lewis. You want to just take the hard drive, or you want to look for actual useful information?
Just anything useful on the ship, like records, like of the owner.
Yeah, then that's really more computers. You know, you have to actually find.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, no, you didn't.
Well then, dang.
You find a flash drive that apparently has porn on it.
Woo!
Save that for later.
Yeah, okay, you have a flash drive with porn on it.
Wonderful.
Congratulations. So
Thanks.
you guys leave the ship to be examined, and it will most likely be scrapped, and you'll get something out of it, which is the image you're looking at. And that'll probably be the vessel you get. So, one of you went to a bar.
Yeah, I did.
What did everyone else want to do?
Look for like as I mentioned, look for like a school or university, library, anything with like knowledge of the area, anywhere I can get knowledge.
I was being legit, man. The best thing you could find is in the immediate area is a cyber cafe
I'll take it.
for 33% off. Okay, but yeah, you head over to the cyber cafe. Kate, you're at the bar. Eric, what are you doing?
I'm gonna leave the mechanic and then use my second identity to go back in and try and convince the mechanics to open the hatch to the hangars for me, like
Okay.
the ship hangars.
So you head back and you try to convince him, but while pretending to be a different person who wasn't trying to scam him a moment ago. Yeah, you head back. Give me a persuasion check. Like, what do you tell him when you go back?
I'm gonna tell him that I'm the actual owner of the ship and that I just want to make sure that they weren't doing anything in the hangar.
Okay, so he actually does believe you. He thinks it's a little sketchy, but he believes you when he does this. Yeah. So, as you walk towards the cargo bay, he tells you he's gonna take a moment. He has to wench the ship up, and then while he's doing this, he's taking a very long look at you. It's like he doesn't really. It doesn't really look like he trusts you all that much. He just keeps staring at you.
I'm just gonna flap my wings a bit, like normal bird people do, and just kind of thank him for helping me.
Okay, he's still a little curious. And now he's gonna make a roll, see if he can't see past his illusion. And he critted again. He says, "Damn you, little!" He starts throwing up. He threw a wrench at you.
Eric, you're gonna make things worse for us.
I'm gonna
Stop.
drop my illusion and just fucking run.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
On your way out, he does manage to beam you. You take 1 point of damage as a soda can hits you in the back of the head.
Oh my god.
It's like every time someone comes in now, he's gonna assume it's you.
He has his guard up now.
Okay, Kate, you went to the bar. When you get there, it seems to be like, think country, think outskirts of town, not too many people. You actually look around and you see more teenagers here than you do adults. What do
Are
you
there
do?
any adult men that look single?
Give me a perception check.
Where did that go? Here. I critted.
Okay, you did amazingly well. Did you actually crit?
I got 22.
Okay. You eventually find out that the bar owner, who is actually only 20, is currently single and unmarried.
Does he want to have a good time?
That's gonna rely on a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
So you head over there and you start chatting him up and maybe try to convince him to get some free drinks. And you don't do too well. Kate, what did you do to screw this up?
I don't know. I just need some money.
Yeah, so you start talking and like he can clearly tell you're trying to dig for gold. And eventually he shoos you off with a free drink.
Okay. I just want to point out that I'm not digging for gold. Like, literally, this is my job, and I want people to be aware of it.
Okay. Do you tell the bar owner that?
Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check. He says maybe not during business hours.
Okay, but, like, does he know anybody else that would be interested right now? Don't really have a lot of time.
Well, he tells you if you come back around lunch. Right now it's a little early.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Okay.
See you at lunch, baby. Rawr.
Okay. How old is your character, Kate? Relative to him?
I don't know. Did we...
Under your background.
That's really your call.
I'm 70.
Okay, you're 70. Yeah, so you were hitting on this 20-year-old and you're 70.
Yeah, but like, what's my max age? Yeah, I'm an elf.
700.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
not too bad. Actually,
relatively, I'm younger than him.
You're like in your 20s at 70. Okay. Okay, so you leave. Lewis, you head over to this cyber cafe. When you get there, there's like 3 computers and a decent amount of books, but you know, it's a little small. You know, small time. Connection's a little slow. What do you do?
Look through the books to see if there's anything about the area.
Okay. So you look through the books.
Wait, quickly, is there anyone, do we know what the name of this area is or whatever, or?
According to what you looked, according to the sign that you saw when you flew in, it said Santa Prista.
Alright. So, look for a book on that. Would I roll perception, or,
Yeah. Can you give me perception or investigation will work too in this situation?
what else would work?
Investigation.
That's shitty too. Okay, so I rolled a 7, sadly.
Okay, so you look around. You do find a map of the area, but no luck in actually finding anything out about the area you're in.
I asked if I can buy, or like, well, not buy, like have it lent to me or get a copy of it.
He says you didn't take the map. Not too many people use physical maps anymore.
Just like, oh, that's true. Just like to save it, like, onto my whatever device.
All right, go ahead. Just
Yeah.
if you want to bring it back, go ahead.
Cool. Also, I Google this place we're in because I forgot the name. Oh shit.
What? So you sit down at the computer and you're doing your thing, and when no one's looking, you accidentally spill your drink on the keyboard.
I don't have a. Can we just say blue screens, please?
Okay, fine. You didn't spill your drink. It blue screened. You don't know how to fix it. It goes after blue screens. It turns off and doesn't turn back on. What do you do? There's only like 2 people in this room. You could probably sneak out without them noticing, but there's no way like you can hop onto a different computer without them wondering why you did it.
Dude, I'd just be like, your computer broke. Sorry.
I was gonna tell them that blue screen. The computer blue screened on me. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay. They said, "What did you do? This was working this morning."
Obviously.
Tell them, well, now it's not.
Alright, he's gonna make a computer check, and if he can't turn back on, he might try to squeeze you for the money, because you're the one who critically failed. It means you did something.
As he's like looking through it, can I try to sneak out?
Yes, you can. Let me make the check first and see what happens.
What a stealth? Oh, you want to see his check first? Or?
Yeah, computer check. Do 20. He is relatively intelligent, so that is... She's 6. He needs... Okay, so he's probably unlikely to succeed, but here we go. Yeah, he is failing more miserably. He's trying to delete. He's like turning it off and on. He's just like toggling the power. Nothing's really working. Give me your stealth check.
Fuck. Well, considering he's occupied, I don't know.
You're forgetting that there's a second person in the room.
Dang.
Here we go. Yeah, you're not getting out of there.
Right.
As you attempt to sneak out, you are immediately caught by the second person in the room. It's like, get back over here. Sit down. Either this thing works or you're paying for it.
Alright, can I roll a computer check to try to fix it, or would that be a mechanic? Cause
you should just kill them.
I don't want to, I don't like doing that shit.
It really depends. What do you think happened? Is it a mechanical issue, or is it computers or software? So right now it's a 50-50 chance.
Well, considering it blue screened, it's internal, so I'm just gonna say, let's see if I can fix it and try to reset the OS.
Okay, give me a computer check.
Hey, that's
okay. Yeah. So it takes you a little while, but you managed to fix it. And in fact, actually, you seem to have made it faster.
Who's paying?
They owe you money now.
Who's paying? It's can I offer to do the same for the other computers, or would I have to re-roll for that?
You would have to re-roll for that.
All right, never mind. Fuck that.
It's like you managed to do it once. You really want to risk it for 3 more?
No. But
okay.
yeah.
They say, all right, then no charge for everything. Would you like a coffee?
Yeah, I'll just take it.
It gives you back your seat, pulls you up. Pulls up a pot of coffee and brings it over.
I guess I'm just gonna chill there and like just fucking look at cat videos until like we're almost done because there's nothing else for me to do.
Okay, when you type in cat videos, you get cat girl videos. You want to keep going?
I'm not complaining. No, keep going.
Okay, so eventually as the day progressed, Kate, you head back to the bar. It is now lunchtime. There's actually a decent amount of men, ranging from a varied number of ages, to the fact there's literally an 8-year-old just running around the bar.
Okay, can I do another perception check?
Go ahead. You can tell that there's men in here. That's not the hard part. You're having a little trouble telling the age differences between one and the other.
Okay.
Like, as far as you're concerned, that 8-year-old is actually a gnome, so you're not totally sure how old he is.
Hate gnomes. What if I just sit at the bar and wait for somebody to approach me?
Sure. So you sit down at the bar. Give me a performance check, because you're essentially peacocking, trying to get someone to notice you. And you,
Not past that.
During the length of lunch, you manage to sit there and no one comes over to speak to you at all.
Ouch.
You rolled very poorly. There's no way around that, Kate.
I know. It's okay. I'm not blaming you.
By the end of lunch, the bartender gives you 1 shot of whiskey and then tells you, I think that's about it. Most men actually head home after lunch. They're not
I'm just gonna stay at the bar and continue to drink.
Yeah, if you do that, he'll pour you a drink every once in a while. He sees that you're very upset about this, even though you're not acting like it.
Yeah, I am upset about this. I need to make some cash. I'm broke.
I think everyone's actually broke right now. It doesn't help that you broke your own shit. Okay, so at this point, does anyone actually return to the garage?
No, not yet. We can't leave. We need money for food.
Alright, it's like, I'm gonna go back to the garage in another disguise. No, I'm joking, that'd be terrible.
Watch him crit again.
No, I'm gonna go out and kind of wander the streets and try and convince people to buy one of my potions. Just kind of like use my illusions and stuff to try and make it seem like a really good sale.
Okay. Give me a deception check, because you're essentially lying to people. And then tell me what you said, or what your sales pitch is.
My sales pitch is that the potion I'm selling is an amazing cure for almost anything, and that it will cause women to love you.
Okay. Um.
I'm selling it like Axe.
So you're essentially trying to sell Axe body spray.
Yeah.
A
In
12-year-old
potion.
comes up to you. You're a gnome. He comes up to you, and he says, "How much?" And he's constantly looking around. He doesn't want to get caught trying to buy what, from his point of view, is a love potion essentially.
I'm going to ask him how much he has.
He has on him a total of 3 gold. He's still a kid. He's only 12. 3 gold's actually a decent amount of money. That'll cover your meals, if nothing else.
I'm gonna ask if he has any other items on him.
Okay. Okay. The only item of value he seems to have on him is apparently a broken iPhone.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the 3 gold then, and I'm gonna tell him that you need to drink it at exactly the stroke of midnight, and think about the person that he wants to like him.
Okay. So, which potion do you actually give him?
The sadness potion.
What?
You're a horrible person.
Okay, mark off your sadness potion. I think you just caused him to go into depression, man. Oh well. Kids gotta learn.
Oh wait, oh god, maybe I should give him the gender swapping one. Oh my god.
It's too late. You gave him 1. You want to switch out the other one. You're gonna go over there and you have to persuade him to give him back that one for the other one.
No. I'm just gonna try and find another child to buy more potions.
Wow. Okay. So that took a little while. Kate, you're still at the bar. Do you actually want to do anything, or you want to continue waiting?
I want to continue waiting. I want to make friends with the bartender.
He does start talking with you after a while. He's a little curious about what's an elf doing around here, or doing in this sort of business.
Gotta make some cash.
Don't we all? Okay, so does anyone actually return to the garage at all?
I don't want to go back to the garage.
That's probably a good idea. Lewis, what about you, man?
Yeah, I was gonna head back to the garage as well.
Okay, you eventually head back to the garage, and the guy tells you essentially that the ship that you brought in is crap. He tells you the small ship inside your ship, it's equally more crap. And I don't even want to question why you have 2 dead bodies in there. I'm assuming they're your crew or whatever. But yeah, the cleaning up the ship, dragging this one out of the other one, fixing everything up, it's barely worth anything. I can give you my hunker in the back, which is the ship that you see in your image right now. Tells you I can give you that, and maybe throw on like 200, maybe 300 gold. Lewis, you're the only one there.
I'm just like hanging out in the cockpit, like there's nothing to do. Wait, shit. What's going on? Sorry, I'm kind of doing like 2 things at once.
He tells you that he can give you the ship that you're gonna get, along with 200 gold. Do you take it?
Sure. I'll take like I'll keep 100 of the gold, and then I'll give the rest to the actual captain.
Okay. So you have
Or the pilot, I should say.
So right now you have 200 on you, and that's essentially the end of the contract. He has you signed some paperwork, but other than that, that's it.
Great.
So once you sign, he gives you the keys.
Ooh.
Okay. Eric.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you want to keep selling potions? Because that's essentially all you can do right now.
I'm gonna go to the bar and just buy a normal buy like 1 drink, but I'm not gonna drink it. I'm just gonna get it.
Okay. So you head to the bar, you get a drink. The guy pours you a beer. He tells you that'll be 1 silver.
I'm gonna ask him if I can have the bottle for that.
And he tells you that'll be 5 silver.
I will give him the 5 silver.
Okay, he gives you a bottle. Gives you back your
Alright.
change. Mm.
I'm also just gonna drink the beer, because why not?
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna leave with my bottle.
Okay. Kate, eventually while you're at the bar, one female, rather stocky, walks over to you and starts chatting you up, asking what's a girl like you doing at the bar like this?
I'm gonna tell her straight up.
It's like this is okay.
What I'm doing.
Okay, give me a persuasion check then.
So bad at these.
You're doing not too great. She tells you that she's not really up for payment, but perhaps that if you want to come by later, she has a spare room.
I only go gay for pay.
Okay. She eventually gets up and walks off.
Bitch.
Well, you didn't.
So
You're not
lopsided.
exactly doing too well much on your side.
I know. I don't know how to do better though. So.
Okay. The bartender continues giving you drinks for the night. You don't exactly become friends, and by the next morning, you don't really remember what he was talking about, but you remember him saying that you can stay at the room above his place.
Cool.
So you actually wake up in the apartment above the bar itself. Guys, what do you do for tonight? Because Kate was too drunk to do anything. Eric, Lewis?
Kind of just like customizing stuff around the ship, like getting stuff functional.
Okay, so you're going around, powering everything up, making sure all of it works, making sure you're not being cheated or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour my translucent mystery potion into the empty beer bottle and close it up,
Mhm.
and then bring it with me.
Okay.
Eric, you wanna give me some money?
Oh,
I have 6 gold.
No, you have like 206.
It's Louis.
Lewis has the 200.
Yeah, but I thought he was gonna give 200 to Eric.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, good point.
What?
I thought it was only 200 total.
It's 200 total. So, Eric, if you actually go back to the ship, Lewis gives you 100 gold.
Yeah.
Eric, give me some money.
I don't even know where you are.
Trevor Corey smokes.
And Kate, you're too drunk to be able to walk back to the ship anyway, so leave it as is.
Do I have a phone?
Hmm?
Do I have a phone?
Yes, you do.
Can I call them and tell them to help me get back to the ship?
Yes, you can. Give me an intelligence check. See if you can actually work your phone while you're in your drunken state. Normally, there's no check. You actually succeed in a check, even though you're kind of drunk at the moment. Guys, she rings you up in the middle of the night.
Well, I thought it was the next morning.
In the middle of the night, unsure of where she is or where she's going.
I'm gonna send the flare bot to find her.
Kate, you see a very small, but very metallic sheening. Sorry. You see a small metallic gnome come over to you, take your hand, and start dragging you somewhere. Do you go with it or not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
You're just following this small mechanical gnome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really drunk right now, so it probably seems like a good idea.
Eventually, next morning, you guys wake up on the ship itself. Eric, you have 100 extra gold. Lewis, you have the other 100. You're all back on the ship. What do you guys want to do?
Eric, give me some money. I gotta go buy some food.
I'll give her 20 gold.
Damn right you will.
I'm also gonna make sure my flare robot made it back in one piece.
You notice that there's a vomit on it?
Damn it!
Oh well. Okay, I need to go buy some food for this ship, please.
Okay. So, Kate, finding food on this planet that is very lush in its vegetation, not too hard. So you leave, go to the nearest grocery store, and basically, what do you want to buy?
I want to buy fruits. I want to buy veggies. I want to buy bread. I want to buy eggs. I want to buy bacon. Lots of bacon.
They
And
tell you they have fake bacon, not real bacon.
what is this country? I guess it'll work. And just basically, I want to load everything up.
Okay. So you essentially have a decent amount of actual food, unlike your rations, which are essentially just like granola bars or something.
Yeah, I want to buy coffee too.
Okay, there we go. So coffee for 100 days is 1 gold. That is 1 copper per day's worth of coffee.
Okay. So 1 gold. I'm gonna buy 100 coffees.
I have to write all this down actually. 1 sec. Okay, so
I'm glad we didn't load the larder up on the last ship.
So you have coffee for 100 days. Kate, for 1 gold, you can get 10 days worth of food. So how many days worth of food are you trying to get?
Do I have to take into consideration spoiling, or are we just...
Yes and no. If you are getting... If you're telling me you're getting, like, apples or something that's very unlikely to spoil, then fine. But, then you can be lacking your, like, protein and whatnot.
Okay, for the meat option, is it 1 gold per 1 day per 1 person?
Yeah, for meat, it's gonna be 1 gold per day. But for your fruits and vegetables, it's...
Or, like, for all of us together?
For all of you together, actually.
Okay. So, I will buy... 1 gold per 1 day?
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Is it that that's what you want?
That's a lot. Eric only gave me 20. I will do 10 gold for 10 days. That's just meat, right? Or is that
that's just meat. So if you're gonna be a ship that only eats, if you're all gonna be carnivores, then that's fine.
Well, and then I'll spend the other 9 gold on like fruits and vegetables and stuff.
Okay. So you're pretty stacked on your protein and your nutrition. Nothing to worry about there. Okay. And you have more than enough coffee, which is actually the cheapest thing you could buy.
Cool. I'm assuming like water and stuff is already on the ship.
Yeah. The idea about water is that you essentially gather water from the air or something.
Okay.
It's gonna be the
So
last
water's
thing to worry
like recycled, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that technology actually exists, which is pretty damn cool.
Which does exist now in outer space.
Yeah.
Like on the actual space station in orbit, they
ISS.
actually do that. And also, it's kind of a little creepy, the idea that they wanted to recycle their pee, but they didn't really want to actually do that.
Huh.
They could, but no one wants to do that.
Of course no one wants to do that. That's weird.
Okay, so your new ship, it's smaller, it's more mobile, but its max HP is only 15.
Eric?
What?
You hear that?
I'm not gonna crash it.
Okay, so you were given a mission previously. Do you guys even want to you guys care at all about the 2 people that died, or the ship, or its contents?
I mean, he's already given us our ship. I kind of feel like
that was the extent of your payment. Like, he's still expecting a report back from you guys to figure out what's going on, but if you're gonna tell him that, yeah, you guys took care of it, then that's the end of it.
I think that's what we should tell him.
Well, you're on the ship right now. You just haven't taken flight yet, but you're on the ship.
Somebody else can make this call.
Well, I guess we should take off then.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Find somewhere else, or at least like find somewhere else on the planet with like more interesting places, because this kind of
Double
like
19 as well.
down. Nice, fine.
Okay, so you were given your payment for the ship. Your original payment for the first quest was the ship, even though you crashed it immediately. And you take flight. You are currently in the upper atmosphere, flying around. Now, where are you trying to go exactly?
To the nearest planet, I guess. I don't know.
It's like, I'm just driving. I don't know where I'm going.
Kate, I think you're in charge. So, guys, next planet sound good?
I'm good with it.
Okay, so in order to get to the second planet, you have to go to the moon and rent a warp drive to add to your ship in order to get to the second planet. Or you can just go to the moon.
Let's go to the moon.
Yeah, I'm down to go back home.
Yeah.
Okay. Eric,
Would we go to my hometown or just like anywhere on the moon?
you
I think
can go to
it's
your
fine.
hometown if that's what you want.
No, everything's fine. I'm just saying, like,
It's all the same anyway.
yeah, because like I know that place by heart, basically.
Okay, Eric, make the roll.
Alright.
Watch him critically fail all over again. Okay, 19. You're doing pretty good. The ship flies a little rough, especially in the upper atmosphere. It's a little small and it's not exactly aerodynamic like the last ship. But you managed to make it into space, no problem. Guys, give me a D1000. Watch, you roll. This is the first time you roll 1,000 and your ship just crashes back and crashes all over
We
again.
just got hit by like a meteor or something.
The computer is not responding to me, so just give me a second. There we go. 36.
36.
Wow.
Okay. 36. Kate, what part of the ship are you on? Like, look on the ship and ping me where you are in the ship. Okay, so you were in the back in the cargo hold when
Yep.
all of a sudden you feel a cold chill run up your spine.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna look around.
Okay, you start looking around. Don't see anything. But it's more curious idea that you felt air movement in a ship in space.
Oh, fuck, I can't do anything yet.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Like Kate's experiencing this right now. It's not really ambient. I got nothing for a scary haunted ship. But Kate, you feel something. It's this cold, ominous feeling that someone's watching you. What do you do? This is a pretty old ship. There's no telling what might have happened here before.
Like, honestly, I'm probably just gonna continue on and shrug it off like nothing happened.
Okay, you go back to doing inventory, making sure all the meat's in the fridge, making sure the vegetation's properly stored so it doesn't go bad right away. Guys, you continue flying towards your destination. Eric, make a landing check.
This is how we die. Or not.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You get landing clearance. Your ship is registered to the incorrect to a different person, but they tell you that you can take care of that once you land. So whoever is the captain has to go do paperwork, unfortunately, and the rest of the crew is free to do whatever. So who was actually the captain of the ship, guys?
I don't want to really give anyone being like a captain primarily. I just want to like kind of keep it what is it? Just like a democracy where we're all kind of in charge. Group decisions.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, then one of you has to be captain long enough to sign all the paperwork.
I'll give it to the pilot, just because he's more in charge of the ship than I am.
Just give it to the pilot?
For now.
Alright, well, I'm gonna say, okay, that's me, and then I'm gonna say, oh, I have to really go to the bathroom. Then,
I'll just do it.
and then I'm just gonna turn into my bird personality and walk out.
Just leaving in the actually need you to do something and you just leave. Okay, Kate, you go fill out paperwork. Give me an intelligence check, because you're gonna be this is actually surprisingly intricate about space specs, your name, your history, your crew's history, all this putting this information. Give me an intelligence check. Okay, you're doing okay, but you're gonna be there for 3 hours. Okay, Lewis, where are you going?
On the moon?
Yes, you are on the moon. You're on the station on the moon. This is your hometown. You know where your house is.
Let's see. I'm gonna go visit the university.
Okay, you head to the university. Do you still have your student ID?
Pretty sure. If anything, that recognized me, but
Okay, roll me a persuasion check. See if you can get
Persuasion.
past this guard without a student ID.
1 second. I'm kind of trying not to die in something. Multitasking is very hard. Alright. Persuasion, right?
Mm-hmm. No. A 10 is generally not a pass. You
Can
try
I,
you try your best, and he doesn't recognize you. What are you gonna do?
I ask if I can at least visit the library.
He tells you that's really only for students. I don't know. If you're telling me you used to be a student, you can head over to the student registry and see if you can find yourself in records.
Alright, I'll try that then.
So that's actually not on campus. So you actually leave campus to go do that. Eric, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go and try and find the church, like the local church.
Okay. You search for the local church relating to your deity, correct?
Any deity.
Any deity. Okay. So you head to a normal church. You are of course let in. You may not look like a cleric, but you emit the same presence as a cleric.
Well, no, I'm gonna be in my bird form, so I'm.
Then you look, yeah, you look like that. So you head over there. What do you say when you first arrive? Because most of them are just like staring at you.
I tell them I am a paladin of their faith, and I show my holy symbol from their faith. And I tell them I need to see the vaults immediately.
The what?
The vaults of the church.
Okay, one sec.
Their artifacts.
Okay, so you're talking to these two clerics who are currently at this church, and you ask to see the vaults. They tell you, then they look at each other. We don't have vaults. Are you sure you want this church and not the church of what is it? The Church of Creation to the south side of town?
I say, oh, yeah, I'm in the completely wrong place. Sorry, I'll go over
Like
there.
they start nodding, like, right.
They're
Okay.
like, wait, what the fuck?
So you've pretty much been told where the only church that has a vault is. So if you want to head over there, go ahead.
Yep, I'm gonna go over there and pull out my holy symbol from that church and go do the same thing.
Okay. You pull out the holy symbol of that church. You tell me what you say and then make a roll again. Because you're gonna have to persuade them.
I'm going to tell them I've been sent by the Pope of the Church of Creation to inspect their holy relics to make sure that they are still intact and nothing has damaged them.
Okay. Give me your persuasion check.
And I'm going to support it with my illusion magics.
Okay, that essentially gives you advantage, and since your persuasion check comes with 2 die rolls anyway, you actually
Oh.
still fail.
Damn.
Yeah. They don't really believe you. You have enough proof showing that maybe you are a paladin, and you do feel like you have this sort of aura around you, so they're not questioning it right away. But they're not going to let you into the vault. They tell you that if you want to come back tomorrow after they confirm with the pulp that there is a paladin sent here, then yeah, they even offer you a room in their barracks if you like. Like to stay with them.
Let's see. What do I have here? Okay, I'm going to pull out a... Should have done that before, actually. Alright, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. I'll be right back, and I'm going to step outside for a second.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out my forging tools and super quickly, and like this is under the body of my disguise, so I'm still I'm within the illusion doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So the illusion just sitting there like
Give
kinda-
me a deception check, and that's how well you forge something.
Alright.
Yeah.
So it's a letter that just...
So what actually happens is you pull out your inkwell, you're starting to write this down, and you actually spill the ink over all your paper. You have no more paper.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave it at that then. I give up.
Well, you did natural crit fail. Okay. So you got to buy more paper. You want to be able to use your forgery kit, and probably more ink.
Yep. Alright, I'm actually... wait, actually, I'm gonna tell them that the Pope will not be pleased with this, and then threaten them and then leave.
Okay.
If they
So
don't.
give me a deception check. Okay, it's a 16. They believe you somewhat. And I'm gonna see if they actually do anything. No. You see that one of them's actually a little nervous about the idea that the Pope will be upset with them, but the other one is pretty steadfast in the idea that he can't just let you in, you know? So, after you leave, you see the guy actually lock the door, and you're pretty sure that you weren't exactly caught. They don't know for sure that you're lying, but they are in fact calling the Pope right now.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna leave them. And I'm gonna kind of go around the corner and release my illusion.
Okay. For future notice, Lewis, had you been there with him, you could have attempted to hack into that call and fake the Pope saying, "Yeah, I sent the guy to."
God
to
damn it.
investigate." But you're,
Is he studying?
Unfortunately, you're not there, so you can't do that.
I'm busy trying to do my book learning.
Okay, so while all that was happening, Lewis, you were where now?
Apparently I was trying to like go through admission to see if I could get in.
Pretty much. So you head
To
over
like
there.
study for a bit.
Give me a persuasion check. Second. Yeah, you probably would be on record. You definitely went to this school, but this is like you're trying to convince this this counselor that you were here, and for them to actually care long enough for them to actually check.
Do you want me to do a roll for like seeing if they actually recognize me or?
It's really persuasion. At the end of the day, not every counselor is gonna know who you are. Yeah,
Yeah, obviously.
it's a pretty big campus.
Just like look through the records I'm suggesting.
Actually, if you remember exactly what I referred to this school as, so that's a very large campus. No one counselor is gonna remember you.
Oh wow.
Unless you make a very big display of who you are. But at the end of the day, you left to go to the third planet. It's not like you succeeded too greatly.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something.
Persuasion.
Persuasion check? Alright.
Yeah. Okay, you managed to convince someone to take a look. And they are currently searching They say, what year did you graduate? Did you graduate? And the person looks at you with a raised eyebrow.
I tell them like that I didn't complete school. I wanted to come back for a bit just to like see if I could catch up.
Okay, so he continues to look, searching by your given name being, what is your character's given name?
Ludimus.
Okay, Ludimus. So he actually does manage to find your name, and you are able to prove that you are a student. And he says he can make you a new student ID for 1 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
Okay, you pay 1 gold, mark it down. And they give you a student ID. This proves that you are a student, that you are admitted to be on campus and whatnot. There you go.
Alright, cool.
So, you head back. The security guard doesn't hassle you, especially with the student ID in hand. And you
Yeah.
head to the library. What kind of information are you looking for?
Just like catching up on my engineering studies. Just
Okay.
go to the library and like
You're essentially looking for the latest information about the alien planet, right?
the alien race and their technology. Yes.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Investigation. Alright.
Either that, or you can Google something, which is computers.
Like, can I do both?
You could, but there's no guarantee that we have the same information.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's the investigation check, and
It's actually pretty good.
I'll do Google as well. Just fuck. Computer breaks on me again.
You broke a their computer. You're starting to think that maybe you're cursed.
Huh.
This time around, you repeat the same process of. This is pretty much you attempted the same thing, and you realize that you think you might have legit broke it this time, and you.
I'm just gonna walk away from that computer.
Yeah, you walk away because before you start trying to fix it, you notice a little puff of smoke coming out from the back.
Like, no, that's not what I'm going to do.
You're pretty sure that the school will be a lot less lenient than the Cyro Cafe was.
Basically, so I'm just gonna.
Okay, so from your investigations, you do find a few books documenting the latest research in this field of research. A Dr. See, I need to give him a name, one sec. Dr. Okay, that's Dr. Bloom, which is somewhat a weird name, but there you go. A Dr. Bloom, has been recently spending a significant amount of time in that area, searching for alien technology and history of their planet. And according to this, the theory that they came to Earth and they are our ancient ancestors, it's clearly the wrong idea. From his research, he believes it's actually the opposite. That this branch of this alien species actually came from Earth, but the idea of how they came here, it's the question. So his working theory is that these guys are your ancient ancestors, but
I just like left us
Yeah.
here.
like they just decided to leave. Whether it was magic or science, they came to this third planet, and they flourished, while you guys got left on a planet that had global warming and is slowly dying. Got it?
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
Not really in particular.
Okay. We actually haven't played it long, but I actually want to wrap it up. So whatever you guys want to do, we're gonna be closing off here. You guys haven't contacted the guy who gave you the quest originally. He still needs confirmation that you completed the quest.
I don't even know what this quest is.
Quest was just to figure out. Quest was basically to stop whoever was going to and from the planet. But you don't even know what they were doing. You sort of just pick them up and let them die in your hull of your ship.
Oh yeah, I forgot to search the bodies. Damn it.
Yeah, like I was questioning you guys and trying to bring it up, but no one really wanted. No one really caught on. So unfortunately, they've been left on the planet along with their ship.
Trying. The gnome tried.
So later that night, you get back together. You're back on your ship. Who wants to make the actual call to this cloaked figure who just gave you a ship out of nowhere just to do a small job.
I will totally call him.
Okay. So, Eric, you make the call. What's the first thing you say to this guy?
Told him I'm gonna tell him his ship was a lemon.
It's 11.
I'm just gonna tell him. Okay, go ahead. Anything else?
I'm gonna tell him that he seriously needs to pay us because his ship just like broke when it was
Shit.
re-entering the atmosphere, and I barely managed to keep us alive in the landing, and that we managed to kill the smugglers or whatever they were.
Okay, so he replies back to you saying that he never guaranteed you anything. At the end of the day, your payment for the quest was the ship in its current state. So regardless of what you did to it, he has held up his side, and he's glad that you took care of the smugglers. He tells you he wasn't totally sure that they were smugglers, but as long as the issue is taken care of, if you would like to come back, I could give you a little extra for your trouble with taking care of the issue. But do you have any proof that you did anything?
We have their corpses still in the hole. We didn't really clear them out. Technically.
They're not in your hull. They're like back on the planet, man.
Shit,
You never
we got
brought
rid
the
of
bodies.
ship.
Or the shit, man.
We got rid of the ship with the bodies.
I'm gonna kind of signal for Louis to lay down on the ground, out like kind of in the background.
I'm just gonna.
So I'm gonna cast minor illusion on Louis to make him look like one of the corpses.
Yep, I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I have to roll for him. So, here we go. I'm gonna roll it in roll 20 /R.
I'm also gonna kind of like hit the camera to make it a bit fuzzy.
It already is, I think. Because we could barely see shit to begin with.
Okay. What's your DC save again? I'm gonna your spell
13.
check. 13. He passed. Says, what are you trying to do? I can clearly tell that is... What race are you? Lewis?
What?
What
Sorry?
race are you?
What?
What race is your
Race?
character?
Oh, high elf, sorry.
Yeah, he can clearly tell that's just an high elf under an illusion. Stop messing around. Do you have
Alright.
proof or not?
We had proof. I
Look,
respond.
when you have proof, you can contact me. I'll still be here. I have some work to do for the next couple of days. If you can bring it, show me proof, then fine. Otherwise, don't contact me again. And he hangs up on you.
Alright, I'm gonna do a search on eBay for the same kind of suit that the smugglers were wearing.
Okay. Give me a computer check, which is intelligence.
Eric, that is a stupid idea.
What?
Shit, I need help.
Because you're paying for the suit. You don't know how much he's going to give you anyway. You got an 11. It's not a lot. You do find a couple of suits, but they're not exactly the same, you know?
Garbage. Alright, sweet.
You could probably buy one and perhaps disguise it to look like the real thing, but at the end of the day, you're buying a whole working spacesuit to give to a guy.
The question is, he's not even gonna really recognize dead people.
It's probably gonna be more curious why
We
you
could-
brought
we
him
could
the
do
suit without the body in
Just
it.
get a skeleton in there and like say, oh,
No.
he kind of decomposed on us.
I was just gonna kill a random civilian in the suit.
Oh yeah, because that's nice. That's the right thing to do. Kill. Oh yeah, you have your own life. You have your own dreams and aspirations. We're gonna kill you so you get money.
Hey, Louis, you wouldn't have lasted long in Tower Beast.
Yeah, hell no.
Okay, so, yeah, you can buy the suit. It's about 10 gold. Do you want it?
No, I'm not gonna use the money on that.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna kill a random civilian and tell him I sold the suit.
Okay. So, we do have enough time if you want to do that now, or we can just wrap up here, guys.
Let's
Wrap
wrap
up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up. So what we're gonna first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hand out experience. So bring out the calculator first. For killing 2 high elves, 1 male, 1 female.
Louis killed your own kind.
Fuck.
You guys get 100 experience each. For succeeding in space combat, for the most part, you all receive 25 experience each.
Okay. So you said 125.
It's 125 so far. Okay. Let's see. I almost want to give you experience for crashing your ship on the first day. So yeah, sure. You guys get 25 experience for crashing your ship on the first day. I'm gonna give Eric. I'm giving you 25 experience for actually using your potion to escape from the mouth of the giant worm. Because that was essentially the only reason you got out. I'm also gonna give Kate 25 for actually taking the shot and succeeding.
Cool.
Okay. You get back. Computers, something else. You guys he did some RP. I'm gonna give you all 25 more for that.
Would you mind just like writing down all my XP?
Sure.
Well,
I'll
you
get
got
to
It's
it.
like I'm gonna
You've got 175 so far.
Pretty much.
175. Thanks.
Let's see. Broken to campus. You did communication with that one. You unfortunately didn't really complete your quest, so you're not going to get experience for actually completing the quest. You did a few things here and there. Didn't really kill anyone else. Into your own events. Eric, I'm giving you 50 more experience because you actually used your false identity. And actually, like, actively, you tried so hard, and that was hilarious. It's like the fact that the guy critted just made it so much funnier.
It's just like fucking run, ah!
Okay. And I think we're gonna leave it at that. Next time we play, hopefully Clay will join us. We'll have a 4-man team at that time. Okay, that's pretty much it. There isn't really much of a closing session, unless you guys want to do that kind of stuff. Did you want to do that? Like end a session in Dungeon World.
No, it's okay. We don't really need to do it. That's fine.
Okay, then that's pretty much it. I don't think anyone actually leveled up. There shouldn't be 300 experience out of that.
Nope.
Okay.
I took Eric's experience.
So, did anyone actually have fun? Yes or no?
I
Yeah.
had a little bit. I think it would be better if we had more people. More people.
I was trying to get someone to be captain. That was my original goal. With
Well,
all this. But
the thing
because
is, like, 2 people
without
are
the
gonna-
captain, it doesn't seem to have this like movement because no one's taking charge. You know?
Yeah, like 2 to 3 people aren't even here, so that'd kind of be unfair if they join late. And like, oh, what if I had a say in this? It'd be a whole lot different.
But yeah, you complete your quest technically, but until you actually get your reward, which was the ship, and then a few extra credits if you actually go back and drop off the bodies. But you don't have the bodies, so if you go back to the surface, get the bodies, and actually complete the quest, it's going to be worth some additional experience if you want. Or you guys can continue on.
Perfect.
Okay,
Right.
so that's pretty much it. If anyone else that was actually watching, that was a hilarious 2 hours of content that may or may not have included us failing multiple times. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. That's it for tonight. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.